guys, been a cool minute. So a lot of things happening in the world of tech. People basically going bananas over the story that's going around about BLU, or Bold Like Us, and that again they're in the spotlight for the very same thing, which is the device is not being secured. So I want to talk a little bit about it. Not go too much in detail because there's a lot of other bloggers that's pretty much touched base with what it's doing, what's happening, why Amazon pulled their products from their lineup so you will not be able to get them on Amazon. What I want to more focus on is just what should you do if you have a BLU device? Because there's questions like that, and while they're being asked a lot and being answered in comment sections of different videos, let's just make a video answering it so then that way it pretty much puts it out there. So what should you do if you have a BLU device? Well, first thing I would do is, because to keep yourself secure, it's probably a good rule of thumb to stop using it. If you have a backup device, use it. But yeah, don't use a BLU device at this current time. Not until everything is, the whole light is shed on all of this, and that either A, they're able to prove that their devices are secure, or not. So it doesn't mean just powering off the device and throwing it in the drawer. No, completely wipe the phone. So do a factory reset, make sure that everything is wiped out off the phone, pull your SIM card out of it, and then power it off, put it in the drawer, etc. Another rule of thumb is that all your accounts, your Google account, your Facebook, your Google+, your Twitter, and any social media account you use, banking information, banking applications, anything you use like that, it's probably a wise decision to change your passwords, change your logins. Now, a good rule of thumb for me is that I change passwords every 90 days, and that makes it hard for people to crack my password and get into my accounts. Only those that I trust with my password will have the password to get into any of my social media accounts. But it's always a good rule of thumb to do that. So you should always probably change your passwords every 90 days. I know it seems tedious and who's got time to do it, but trust me, by doing so, lesser chances of you being hacked. Simple as that. Unless you have like an actual true hacker who's got a bullseye on your head, then yeah, you're gonna have to really up the ante on that. But yeah, definitely change all your passwords. That way you'll know at least your account is safe. If you have secondary verifications, turn them on. Like with my Google account, I have secondary verification on. So anytime that I log into any smartphone using my Google account, I get a text message code sent from Google to me to a specific number, so that way I can confirm that it is me signing into the Google account from that phone and not somebody else. So if you always have like a secondary verification or a two-step verification, it's probably a wise idea to activate it, as it really helps in the long run. So that's the advice I can give to people that currently right now have a BLU device, or Bold Like Us. So it's not the color blue. It's the company called Bold Like Us, BLU. If you have any of those devices, buy them. Probably a good rule of thumb until everything blows over or everything is pretty much opened up and in the light for everyone to understand. You should probably stop using that device. Moving on to the next bit of news. Next bit is the news, and that is the Robin is no longer supported. Now, this really sucks for someone like me who owns an Nextbit Robin and has come to love the device. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have an Nextbit Robin and love using it. Maybe swap out between phones. If you use a GSM carrier, you're able to do that. It's a big move by Nextbit, but of course all you guys know that Nextbit is or has been acquired by Razer. So basically Razer is like running the show now. This is like odd. First Pebble gets acquired by Fitbit. So a company that I had really invested a lot of interest in is like completely gone. So I'm relying on the fact that hopefully the next couple of versions of Android this application will still be supported. Otherwise the watch is going to be useless. And then now the Robin no longer has support. And this means with software updates, so Android O, forget it. But of course there's a ton of developers out there who have rooted and built a custom recovery for the Nextbit Robin. So like I believe Lineage OS is one of the favorite ROMs used on the Nextbit Robin. So if you do have one and you want to keep it current, as long as developers are still working with it, then the possibility would be there. But I give it another maybe 2 years before it is in that obsolete boat. So as far as regular OS updates, yeah, we're not going to see Android O. Hardware is another one too, because there won't be any warranty replacements anymore. So if you have an Nextbit Robin and the camera sensors go out, or the digitizer stops working, or the screen gets cracked, or the battery malfunctions, even the Type-C port gets loose and no longer can charge your phone, you are SOL. Your best bet is to head on to Amazon or eBay or Swappa and find someone that has one that's selling it and buy it if you want to continue using the Nextbit Robin. I guess for me, which kind of sounds weird, is that at some point I will own the different versions of the Robin. I already have the white, mint, green. I will be looking to get into the gray color and even the red version itself. All three devices will be under my hands, basically. And that's just because I really like the Nextbit Robin. It's a really, really good phone. I mean, my Honor 8 has been like my main phone to use for a good amount of time now. And the Robin has been in my hands where I haven't felt the need or urge to want to switch back to my Honor 8. So therefore, that tells you just how good the Nextbit Robin is. Sure, it's plastic and it's not built to look gorgeous, but it functions really good. And the cameras on it I find to be decent. They're not as good as my Honor 8, but they're almost right there. I think the one thing I love about the Nextbit Robin is the low light cameras on it is actually fairly good. So sucks that there's not going to be any support for it at all whatsoever. And on top of that, people are talking about Android O Octopus because of an Easter egg, a little joke, because people, you know, one of the things with the latest versions of Android being released is that there's always a dessert name behind it, and people are trying to figure out what it is. The majority of people are going towards Oreo. They're thinking maybe it's going to be another joint adventure between, you know, Oreo and Android, as it was with Kit Kat and Android when Kit Kat was the main mascot for Android. And I remember you can buy a Kit Kat bar and get one of those codes that you would you punch in. It would give you like a $5 credit to the Play Store. You can even win, I believe it was a Nexus 6, I believe, or a Nexus 5. I think it was a Nexus 5 or Nexus 6, one of the two. But could be Oreo. So I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? If you can come up with some really cool dessert names that start with the letter O for Android O, that'd be really awesome. You guys can put in the comment section of this video. If you guys enjoyed this quick little vlog, thanks for watching. I'm not feeling too well, but still wanted to get on camera since, you know, it's just me at home for right now. But anyways, guys, thanks for keeping this video. And as always, my name is Tito, and I'm out.